Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Well, it's Monday and I thought I would work on the Peter Rabbit family that I got from DPClubs. Oh, a while back. I think it was Easter-ish or right after Easter. I don't know. But yeah, so I have worked on it probably 2 days, and we're getting there. So right now I'm trying to complete the yellow symbol here. So yeah, I figured why not. I worked on it a little bit yesterday and a lot on Saturday. Just kept stitching and trying to knock off colors, you know, one by one. So needed a drink as usual. So yeah, yesterday was kind of a quiet day. I didn't do too much of anything. I did, you know, the videos that needed to be done, but other than that, it was just kind of a lazy day, trying to get finished with this thread here, but trying to figure out where to go here, and then we'll get a different one. But this is getting closer and closer and closer. I didn't end up watching the rest of the airport movies. I just whatever. I did watch the other one. I was trying to remember that I'd watched on Saturday was A Man Called Otto with what is his name? Tom Hanks. So yeah, that was what else I watched. Gotta do the loop method here. But I wanted to start knocking off these colors. You know, it's just so close, and yet so far. I did end up working on Louisa Cullimore a little bit, trying to knock out another row if I possibly can, one row at a time here. Sorry, I'm trying to keep you all. The bell will ring and it'll be fine. Everything is good. Yeah, so I just mainly just kind of stitched and watched Brenda and Laura, of course, or Brenda and the Cereal Starter. That's always entertaining, and it always gives me tons and tons of ideas. Yeah, so I don't, whoops, I did that one wrong, but we're not going backward. Jeepers creepers. Yeah, I always get inspired by what they're working on, or something that is new. I do like the Queen of the May from Hands Across the Sea. I watched Nicola Parkman as usual. So yeah. So I don't know, it's got like 30 colored or 30 skeins of DMC. So I mean, all scheme of things, that's not too expensive if I'm going to use DMC. And trying to see how much more of this I got. Yeah, because I won't use anything other than DMC for those. I mean, that have 30 or 40. I mean, I can't afford $300 worth of silk thread or specialty thread or something like that, so that won't be happening. But I just happen to like the pattern, so I may be getting that in the future. Then, who was I watching? I think it was Brenda and Laura were talking about, and I don't know who it was. Oh, darn it. I can't even remember the designer. But they came out with a pattern book that has like, oh, 6 or 8 maybe little bitty, like those little pillow type things, and it's like small reds. I think that's the name of the book. But I thought, I got this plan in the back of my mind. Yeah. I'm gonna get some linen, and it'll probably be a light 32 count, maybe, and use some silk thread, but I wanted it to be monochromatic. I wanted it to be small in case I didn't like it, and then I can always switch to sulky or something else. But yeah, I don't think I'll go any smaller than 32 count. Gotta get this way. Using my little owl I got from Olivia, I think. I think it was Olivia. Shout out if you're the one. Oh my goodness. I have no brain, I know how to cross stitch, and it's not difficult, and I can just do it. It's a no-brainer. Just straight cross stitch. If nobody gets me off my track, but I still can't remember some of the things that people have sent me, and case specifically who they are. Yeah. So if I don't remember, I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. I'm just, my brain just won't. Yeah. I can't. Although I have it in video, but, then I have to figure out what the time period was. I can possibly go back, but it's a good thing this is all being videoed, So, yeah. So where was I at? See what I mean? Give it 5 minutes and I've forgotten already. So anyway, about the smalls. So I wanted to try out, I don't think I want the 103. I'd kind of like the 103, but I think it's going to be too thin, and I'll have to use like 3 strands on 30 some count, because I don't think I'll be able to see the little bitty areas where I'm supposed to stitch. But I wanted to do something small and have the experience of doing real silk. So that's another future thing, but they won't be anything huge or ginormous at all. So those are future plans. They've just been in my back of my mind that, I've got to get it, I got to try it, and if I don't like it, well, we're good. If not, yeah, I could start me down a rabbit hole that, yeah. Do you see where this is going? So, but I wanted to do something small so I wouldn't have too big of an investment in it if I didn't like it at all, But it could go totally the opposite, and I'd absolutely love it, and could only stitch with that now, So that's where we're at. Little pieces of thread here and there. Well, crap. I guess we'll just do that one. But it's getting there, guys. It's getting there. I got a few more symbols on this to do, so yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I don't know how busy it's going to be today at work at all. We will just wait and see. I slept a little bit better than I have the past couple of nights, but we'll see. Might have all kinds of energy. And they rearranged the store last week, like I told you. So there's fuzz. That too. Learn where everything is again. Thank goodness it's not a very big store at all. Of course, when I finish all this cross stitching, I'll have to go back and do the back stitching, but I don't know. Let me look at this a minute. So it's just basically outlining and a little bit of whiskers here and there. So it's not too extensive of back stitching. So I'm happy about that, but we'll see. I don't know, I just picked it up on, what was that, Friday maybe? And started stitching on it, and yeah. I've been stitching on it ever since. Just here and there. I did work on the koi, you know, coming out of the water. Worked on that a little bit. Haven't worked on the butterflies, but I'm keeping them right there on the couch so I can just pick up whichever one. I didn't work anymore on the cats. So, I don't know. It is what it is, what it is. But I just needed some counted yesterday, so did a little bit of that and ended up finishing the rest of that row. I mean, we're talking about 3 or 4 letters there, so don't get too excited or carried away. Let's see, where am I going? Where's my, oh, couldn't find this. I got this from Anita. I remember that. See? I use that all the time. Thank you so much, all y'all, for each and everything Oliver ever sent me. I put them to use. They don't just sit on a shelf and look pretty. I use things all the time. That's kind of the way well, my China, my collection of things that were made in China or Chinese looking, they sit on shelves. Whoops. What are we doing here? So I hope this week goes fast. Let's just get through this, because we know that summer is coming and it's just going to be busy. And I'm just happy that I only have to work 3 days a week, and that's totally enough in the summer. So any more than that and I just wouldn't be able to function. So I have to keep stopping and starting. I'm so sorry. Ah, dagnabbit. Every once in a while I get off track here. That's what happens when I talk and stitch at the same time. No, nothing new with the cat. Cat's still being her same. We should have called her standoffish. Yep. But oh well, she may or may not come out of it. I'm not real sure. These scissors are horrible. I think these are the ones that I got for from Walmart that were like $5, but I had to have them because they kind of match my silverware. They're kind of not holographic, but iridescent is the word. My daughter bought me a set. I think it was like a 4-piece place setting of these, this silverware that's kind of iridescent. Have I used it? No. Scared to death that the iridescence will rub off, but I'll use them, you know, if I entertain or something. They need to be put somewhere. I have my everyday silverware. I've collected silverware from the thrift store for past 5 or 6 years. When I got here, like in 2000, in this house, in 2016, they left all their silverware, their dishes, glassware, that kind of thing. Microwave, refrigerator, that kind of stuff. And so I just went with it. Well, that silverware, I don't know where somebody got it, but it's absolutely the worst. So I've been trying to replace it, you know, little by little. I don't go and buy like something at the grocery store. I found they had you know how you have those things that you put in the drawers for separating your silverware? Well, they have one that's ginormous, and it's full of all different kinds of silverware. So every so often when I go there, I will pick out certain like 4 of each, if I can find 4 of each. And if I can't, I'll just leave it, see. But I've been trying to replace them bit by bit by bit. So but I've been trying to throw those out for years. I don't know, they were probably, I don't know where anybody got them, but they're absolutely the worst, the ones that were here. And I'm sure it was all that they could afford at the time. And I needed silverware, so I didn't have too much choice. And I was working so much, I was barely eating at home. That's how busy I was when the first year or two that I lived here. Because I was working full time. And yeah, it was a nightmare. So I've gotten some different stuff, and I've even found some, what is the word? I want to say retro, or stuff from like the 60s and 70s, patterns that I recognized from when I was in high schoolish. You know, you don't pay attention to the silverware. It is what it is, you know. And my mother was such a different person than me. I mean, she could hang on to these things, and nobody dare eat any other place than at the dining room table or at the kitchen table, and things just got put back at where they belong. Yeah. Then enters Lora, who, you know, I'd rather watch TV while I'm eating, because I never got to do that when I was a child. Yeah. Well, you lose stuff here, and you lose stuff there. Yeah, it's a piece of work. But, yeah, that's me. But I don't know. Hey, every once in a while we got to eat on a TV dinner. Did you ever? TV tray, I mean. And watch something. Because, you know, who knows why we got to do that. We must have been sick or something. Who knows? But, yeah. Then we had those lovely TV trays that you could sit in bed with. Yeah, I always wanted breakfast in bed, you know. No, that never happened, but I got to, you know, do whatever craft I was working with, or if I was reading a book, I could set it on it, blah, blah, blah. But short of that, no. never had breakfast in bed. Unless my kids brought it to me and it was Mother's Day and they were very tiny. Right. But, yeah. Like that lady, you know, that gets the sparkly rainbow toast with gummy bears or some damn fool thing on it. Yeah, that's about all I've ever been served at breakfast in bed about. Or, you know, if I was in the hospital for some reason, then I got breakfast in bed, but not the good kind of breakfast in bed. You know what I mean? Oh, God. I don't know how you people put up with me. I really don't. I feel damaged. I don't know. Alright, guys. Well, I think that is going to be about it today. I gotta put that down. There we go. Because there's 2 ears there somewhere, I think. Oh, jeez. We'll just get rid of that. Well, I got that little bit right there and that little bit right there. It's just like, come on. Oh, let me get you out here. There we go. So, just that little bit right there, a little bit on his ear, a little bit under there, and a little bit on there, the apron thing. The reason I'm saving this for last is because this is 3/865, I think. Yeah. So, yay. So, alright guys, well thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.